I welcome you to my YouTube channel once again. As you know, I am Johnson Praize, and I'm here to take you through Academic Writing 1, which is UGRC110. So in my previous video, I was able to walk you through what academic discourse community is, of which you know that academic discourse community is a group of people bound by what specialized use of what language. So in every academic discourse community, they use special language, and membership of such community is by what qualification and not by birth. So before you become a member of University of Ghana, you must pass through certain qualification. I hope most of you pass through this university through what your WASI certificate or your matured entrance certificate, and that's how come you're a member of university. It's not because your uncle is what pro vice chancellor or lecturer in University of Ghana. It doesn't work in any academic discourse community or any academic community. You can become a member of GIMPA or a student of GIMPA without passing through certain qualification. You can't become a lawyer without going through or passing through the Ghana Law School or doing a course which is related to what law. So what I'm trying to say is that in every academic discourse community, you must pass through certain qualification. It is easy to become a worker in a certain organization. Example, let's say if you go to Makola market, it's very easy to work at Makola. You can just go and buy pure water and then be selling. You don't need to go through a lot of process, or you need not to go through so many scrutiny before you become what a worker at Makola market. You just need to buy water and you go and sell. It is easy to what become a member of a Gan family or a Krobo family. If either by what birth or adoption, you can become a member of that community or that family. But to become a member of an academic discourse community, you must pass through certain qualifications, of which you learn about the language of the university and certain behaviors you must learn, relearn and unlearn. So as I've been saying, as you are a University of Ghana student, they expect your behavior to be different from the people that have not been to university or the SHS leavers. If you're a university student and you still behave strange, then there's nothing different between yourself and SHS leaver. If you're a university and assuming, I'm giving you an example, you've called me one and I'm not able to pick up, yes, it should end there. You know, they expect some level of maturity from you. There was a time I saw a certain guy call someone 93 times. You know, if you're in university, these things, you don't have to involve yourself in it. Do you get it? Somebody can call somebody more than even 15 times. If you used to do that thing in SHS, you can't do this thing in university. People expect you to behave in a mature manner. Do you get it? You can't be in university, you wear how do I call it? You wear you wear black shoe, and then black shoe with what? Brown belt. You know, people actually laugh at you. You know, your belt color should go with what? Your shoe color. As a gentleman, if you are wearing black shoe, you must also what? Put in, or you must also try to use what? Black belt. Do you get it? Won't you mean share black shoe? Now on the black belt, it doesn't work that way. So that's how it works. So university, they expect your behavior, how you dress and how you do other things to be different. I'm going through session 1 because most of you couldn't get time to listen to my first video. That's why I'm taking you through this. And the way you talk, you know, people that have not been to some people are very loud and that kind of stuff. If you're in university, if you are making call, you need not to be shouting giddy giddy. You know, they expect certain things from you. If someone is making call, I have what you do also. You get it? This kind of behaviors, you're in university, you can't do that. Yeah, you get it? Even though you can do it, no, but in the academic discourse community, no one will teach you how to learn these things. So, but if you see people doing other things and you see how your colleagues behave, you yourself now must learn from it. Do you get it? So that is all about it. Today, we are coming to learn differencing, which is I'm using your old slides. Someone just sent me your new slides, so sorry about that. But in your old slides, in your new slides, I just realized that it's section 9. But since you'll be doing it, I have to actually take you through that. So that is the grammar aspect. The grammar aspect. So today's topic is noun. So we are coming to we'll go through the noun, the adjective, the adverb, the conjunction, and what have you. So when you talk of noun in SHS and then GHS, we learn something about nouns. I don't think it's a very difficult topic for you to learn. So when you talk of noun, a noun names a person, a thing, a place, or an idea. So that is all about noun. So in every essay, every sentence you read, you see it mentioning people's name, places, things, ideas. Those things are nouns. You get it? If I say that Kumasi is a beautiful city, Kumasi is a name of a place. And if I say a beautiful city is also a name of a place, so Kumasi is a noun. Do you get it? Kumasi is a noun. And then city is also what? A noun. If I say all students are University of Ghana students, University of Ghana is an institution, so it's a place, so it is a noun. And then student too is a name of people. We call it a collective noun. You will get to know what a collective noun is. That is, a student are a group of what? People. So it is also what? A noun. Now let's look at the groups of nouns. So we have proper noun. When you talk of proper noun actually names a specific people, places, or a thing. That is all about proper noun. It names what? A specific people, places, or a thing. And they begin with what? Capital letters. So in every sentence or in every essay or paragraph you read, pay attention to the words that has what? I mean, that they've been using. For example, the capital letters. Words that begins with capital letters. You pay attention to these words. They are what? Most of them are what? Are proper nouns. Let me give you an example. If I say Kwame travels to Kumasi every week, Kwame is in caps. You get it? Kwame is in caps. Kumasi too, I've also what? It's in the K is not a small letter. It's a capital. It's in capital letter. So Kwame is what? A proper noun. Kumasi is a proper noun. Do you get it? So that is a proper noun. So it identifies people, places, and a thing. But the difference is that they are in capital letters. Do you get it? Or they begin with what? Capital letters. That is a proper noun. Let's look at what a collective noun is, like I was telling you earlier. So collective nouns, they are what? They are names of what? Groups. Collective nouns are names of what? Groups. So just think about something right now. Names of groups. We can make you can mention of a class. Class is a group of what? Students. Team. If I say team, it's a group of what? People. It could be politicians. How do you call it? I mean, it could be any group. It could be any people. Do you get it? With people with either good intention, bad intention, they are all group, which is even groups. You get it? Or teams. So we have also group. Group is also what? A collective noun. Crowd. If you say crowd, it's a group of people. It's a collective noun. Mob, audience, congregation, army, and what have you. They are all collective nouns. So after the class, after the video, you can start to at least list something, just to what? Revise them, or you can just put something on paper. So that is all about collective noun. Let's look at what a concrete noun is. It is one of the groups of noun. So when you talk of concrete noun, they are the physical things that can be what? Seen and touched. When you say things or nouns that are physical things and that can be what? Seen and what? Touched. Example, let me give you an example of what? A concrete noun. Remember that I said that it can be seen and touched. Example is what? Paper, table, chair, book. All of them are nouns, but they can be seen and can be touched. Do you get it? So any noun that can be seen and can be touched is what? That is what? It's a concrete noun. It's a concrete noun. As long as you can see it and touch it. So you can just look around you. There are so many things. There are so many nouns there, things, places, or other things there that you cannot touch. Can see. Human being is what? A concrete noun, because you can see human being and you can touch him. And let's look at one of the groups of noun, that is abstract nouns. So it is the opposite of what? Concrete noun. If concrete noun can be seen and can be and also be touched, abstract noun are things that cannot be seen or touched physically. Okay, such as qualities, beliefs, conditions, and what have you. So example of concrete noun is love. Somebody will tell you that I love you, but you ask yourself, who is love? Can love be seen? Can love be touched? You can never see love with your eye, but with your feelings you can what? See that this person loves me. With someone's action, someone's sacrifices, that you get to know that no, this person really loves me, because someone that loves you sacrifice, someone that loves you show some feeling or show some concern about your welfare. That is what we call what? Love. There is also faith. If I say I have faith in God, can you see the faith? Faith, you can't see it, you can't touch it. But per the way I do my things, if someone tell me I should go to a juju man, I tell the person, no, I believe that my God can do it for me. Do you know, you can never see it, but that thing is having what? Influence over my decision. That is what we call what? Faith. Faith can never be seen, it can never be touched. So it is what? It's an abstract noun. Trust. If I say I trust you, no matter what people come and tell me about you, no matter what people say, I because I trust you, I'll continue to believe you rather than the person trying to spoil you to me. No, you can never see it, but the way I will behave, if I don't believe you, you know. If you are telling me something and I don't believe you, the way my actions and inaction will actually tell you that this person doesn't actually believe me. So they are all abstract nouns. Now that we are done with the groups of nouns, let's look at let's go through some examples. If I say honesty is a true virtue, honesty is a true virtue, it is what? It is an abstract it is what? An abstract noun. Honesty is a true virtue is what? An abstract noun. It's an abstract noun. Another example. If I say the book was on the table. The book was on the table. So the word book and then table, they are concrete now, because you can see them and touch them. Another example is the crowd were overwhelmed. The crowd were overwhelmed. So you underline the word crowd. So crowd is what? Is a collective noun, because what? It talks about group of people. So it is what? A collective noun. Let's look at this one. If I say Kumasi is a big city, Kumasi, underline the word Kumasi. Kumasi is what? A proper noun. So that is all about proper and then concrete noun. Let's let's go to the pronouns. Now that we are done with the nouns, let's look at the pronouns. Okay. So when you talk of pronoun, you know what a pronoun is already. So this time around, we are coming to revise whatever we learned in SHS and GHS. Do you get it? So when you talk of pronoun, they are words that are used in place of what? Noun, and they come in different form. They are words that are what? used in place of what? A noun. You know what a noun is already. You say what? It names people, place, things, or what? Ideas. So now stresses on these things I've already mentioned, aforementioned things that I've already mentioned. Now talks about these things, names, places, animals, and what have you. So if you say that a pronoun are what? Words that are used in place of what? A noun. So now I know we know that if I say Kumasi is a beautiful city, I know that Kumasi is my what? My noun. So if you are saying pronoun are used in place of noun, which means that you are going to take out the noun there, which is Kumasi, and use something to represent Kumasi. So any word used to represent Kumasi becomes what? A pronoun. If I say Yao and AC are in school, Yao and AC are in school, Yao and AC are the nouns. Okay? So if you have to take Yao and AC and replace them with somebody else, it becomes what? The pronoun. Or let me give you some scenario. Okay? If I say Shamsen is a University of Ghana student. Shamsen is in level 100. Shamsen is a psychology student. Shamsen lives in Accra. You get it? Isn't it boring? It is boring because the word Shamsen is becoming what? Too much. So instead of repeating Shamsen, you use something to represent Shamsen. So in the first sentence or the first statement, say Shamsen is what? A University of Ghana student. I can continue by saying that he is what? A level 100 student. He stays in Accra. So the he that I use there is what? The pronoun. I hope you get me. So that's how it is. Or if you are talking about animals, so I say okay, antelope run faster than rabbit. Antelope is stronger than rabbit. Antelope is beautiful than rabbit. It's boring. So you rather say antelope is what? Antelope runs faster than rabbit. Antelope antelope runs faster than rabbit. It's beautiful. So you get it. You just use it. So if it is animal, use it to represent it. If it is a male, you use what? He. If it is female, you use what? She. Do you get it? So that is how it is. Now let's look at when you talk of antecedent pronoun or pronoun which is an antecedent. Let me give you an example. Proverbs that are antecedent pronouns. If I say the herbalist, example, after the herbalist developed a new drug for malaria, he became famous. After the herbalist developed a new drug for malaria, he became famous. Let's underline herbalist and he. So the he is the pronoun. A herbalist is what? The pronoun antecedent. As the antecedent pronoun or the pronoun antecedent. Do you get it? So if he's talking about okay, Yao is a student of University of Ghana, he is one of the best students. So he is what? The pronoun, and then Yao is what? The antecedent pronoun. So that is just by the way. Now let's look at the forms of pronoun. The forms of pronoun. We have three forms of what? Pronoun. We have the subjective case, the objective case, and then possessive case. So let's look at the subjective case or subjective pronoun. It is known as what? A subject pronoun. A subject pronoun. When you talk of a subject, what does it mean? In critical thinking, I taught you these things. A subject is what? A person. A person or a thing that the sentence talks about. Is that not it? That is what? The subject. So here, when you talk of a subject is what? The doer. Someone who is doing or performing the action. That is what? The subject. So if we say that a subjective pronoun is not far from the definition I gave to you. Do you get it? The one that is performing the action. So that is where we should shift our attention to. Whenever we are talking about subjective pronoun, the attention should be shifted toward the one that is actually performing the action, or the one that the sentence is talking about. So that's why we call it what? Subject pronoun. That's why we call it what? The subject pronoun. So let's look at examples of subjective pronouns are what? I, he, she, it, we, they. Anytime somebody use the word I, the attention is always on what? The person that is what? The I there. I am a student of University of Ghana. The attention is on me. So I'm the one who attends University of Ghana. I perform the action by going to university or attending lectures at University of Ghana. So I am the subject. So here I become what? I becomes what? The subjective case. If I say she is the one who wrote the book. She is the one who wrote the book. Someone is performing an action here, and that person is she here. So she becomes what? The subjective case. You get it? So the doer of the one that performs the action here is what? The subjective key. We are all thieves. We are all thieves. Here, if you analyze or digest this sentence, you could see that it is actually talking about someone, or it stresses on some people, and they are a group of people. So you can't mention that group. So we say we, it includes you, myself. So we are the subjective case here. Let's look. So let's look at this. Let's look at the next form of pronoun. The next form of what? Pronoun. Let me okay, so the next form of pronoun, is what? Objective pronoun. So you know what a subject and object is. So if subject is the one that performs the action, then an object is the one that what? Suffers the action, or the one that is what? That suffers from any action. If I say the hunter killed the antelope, the hunter is what? The subject, and the antelope is what? The object. Why? Because it's the antelope that is suffering from the hunter that suffers the action. Do you get it? So it becomes what? The object. So now let's try to relate it to the objective pronoun. They are known as what? An object pronouns. It indicates that pronoun is what? The object, and it is the receiver of the action. So like I said, object is what? The receiver of what? The action. So example is what? Example words. These words, whenever you come across them, you see that it is what? It is objective pronoun. Some words like me, you, him, her, it, us, or them. It is what? They are all what? In objective pronoun form. Example: the messenger threatened her. The manager threatened her. The manager threatened her. A word like the manager threatened her. It is what? It is what? An objective pronoun. Why is it an objective pronoun? Because her there, the pronoun in the sentence, the manager threatening her, is what? Her. Her is the pronoun here. And you see that the manager is threatening what? Somebody here. And the person is the her there. So her is the one suffering from that action. Or the person that what? Is receiving the action. The action is what? The threat. Do you get it? So it becomes what? The objective pronoun. Another example is the police arrested the lesbians. The police arrested him. The police arrested him. So him becomes what? The objective pronoun. The last form of pronoun is what? Possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. When you talk of a possessive pronoun, it indicates ownership or belongings. It indicates what? It indicates what? Ownership or belongings. If I say the owner of this company is this, it means that I'm the person who owns a company. It belongs to me. So in any sentence, anytime you try to claim ownership of something, any pronoun that try to claim ownership of something becomes what? A possessive word pronoun. Some words like this are key indicators of what? Possessive pronoun. Some of these words like yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs. These words are what? Possessive pronouns. They are indicators. Do you get it? Words that you use to indicate this book is mine. Do you get it? I'm trying to claim ownership here, or I want to let you know that it belongs to me. This book belongs to me. That's why me is what? Part of what? Possessive word pronoun. Belongs to me. Mine, your, it, theirs. Oh, it's theirs. You know, some of these words, anytime you come across them, you see that it is what? The possessive pronoun. So let me give you another example. Their enthusiasm for the company does not match ours. So you see that their enthusiasm does not match ours. So the ours becomes what? The possessive pronoun. Now we are done with the forms of pronoun. Let's look at the first, second, and then the third person pronoun. So these pronouns, when you say something is a first person pronoun, it's not really difficult. Okay, it's not really difficult. Let me try and so first person pronoun, they comes in this form. First person pronoun is I and we. They are first person pronoun. Why is it first person pronoun? The word I and we, they are normally called what? First person pronoun. You understand why they are first person pronoun? They are first person pronoun because in every sentence you see that it is stages. Do you get it? It starts from some place and end at some place. You get it? It's like a three stages. So you get it? So it starts from I, we, that is the first person pronoun. It gets to someone. Anytime someone forms a sentence, it either starts with a person, either talk about someone else. You get it? A person or someone else or some groups. So you let me when I finish you get to know about it. So if I say so I and we are what? First person pronouns. I and we are a first person pronoun. Second person pronoun are also what? It's only you. Do you get it? The first person pronoun, it's me here. So if I want to leave my issue and come and talk about you or someone else here in a pronoun form, it becomes what? The second person pronoun. If I leave myself, so okay, I am a student of University of Ghana. Oh, you are a student of this. So the you there becomes what? A second person pronoun. And let's look at the third person pronoun. So the third person pronoun is he, she, it, or they. He, she, or they. So these are second person pronoun. They are second person pronoun. So he, she, it, or they. He, she. So that is what? A second person pronoun. So you can jot them down. Let's look at the gender. Let's look at the personal pronoun. So when you are talking of personal pronouns, we have two types of what? Personal pronouns. So we have we have three types of what? Personal pronouns. We have three types. of personal pronouns. And for them, the gender of a person is known as what? The personal pronoun. The gender of a person. So the gender is either male, female, or it's an animal. Okay, so these are the three types of personal pronoun. So the first one, that is what? The masculine. That is what? Him or he. If you are talking to someone, or if a sentence talks about a male, you see that he is this. Him. They gave the book to him. You get it? So we call it what? The masculine. And then we have what? The feminine. This is what? She or her. Feminine. That is what? She or what? Her. And that is it represents what? A female. And then it just what? Someone who is a neutral. So we call it what? A neuter. That is what? Animal. Someone that's not a male or female, we call it what? A neuter. So that is what? The personal pronoun. Let's look at the singular and then plural. Singular and then plural verbs. Oh, sorry, singular and plural proverbs, pronouns. So when we say something is singular, it comprises of what? Only one person or one thing. One thing. It is what? Singular pronoun. If so, example of singular pronoun is what? I, you, he, she, or it. It is what? A singular pronoun. I. Pay attention to it. I, you, he, she, and then it. Because it is only what? One person. I is only one. She is one. He is one. It is what? Is what? One. So a singular pronoun. Let's look at the plural pronouns. So example, pronouns that are more than what? One. If it talks about more than one person, then it's what? It's plural. So example is what? We, you, and then they. So you see that you, if I say you can be singular and what? Plural. We, it's more than one person. They, if I say they, it's more than what? Also one person. So that is it. So let's look at our next topic. So here we are coming to look at the types of pronoun. So we have demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. So when we talk of a demonstrative pronoun, let's see what a demonstrative pronoun is. A demonstrative pronoun. It points out to a particular person, okay, or a thing. Demonstrative pronoun point out to what? One person or a thing. So example, this, that, these, all those. So if you want to talk to a particular person or you want to point out to a particular person, these are the words you use. This boy is this. That person is this. Those guys are this. So you are pointing. That's why we call it what? A demonstrative pronoun. This person is this. That person is a demonstrative. So you are demonstrating something. So words like this in a sentence are what? Demonstrative pronouns. So let's look at another type of pronoun, which was what? Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. They indicate that a subject performs action. Okay, action to, for, or on itself. So example, it ends in what? Self or selves. It ends in self or what? Selves. So let's some words like this: yourself, ourself, myself. Some of these words are what? Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. Myself. Oh, this yourself. This so that's our reflexive pronouns. But for one thing you should pay attention to is that for reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself, ourself, these words you can't use it to begin a sentence without a proper pronoun. You can't say yourself came there. It is wrong, totally wrong to say that. So reflexive pronouns, you must what? Also come out with what? A pronoun in the sentence to make it complete. Example, if I say herself herself could not correct the computer error. Herself could not correct the computer error. It is what? Wrong to say that. Why is it wrong? Because it's not complete. Herself, you using reflexive pronoun here alone doesn't make it complete. There should be a pronoun here. Okay, so instead of me saying herself, I can say that herself, or let's say like the programmer herself. You guys see the programmer here is what? That is what? Antecedent pronoun or pronoun antecedent. So in order to use a reflexive pronoun, there must be an antecedent pronoun to what? Qualify it. And another one is after the antecedent pronoun, we have interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun, they are pronouns that allows you to ask questions. If you want to ask questions, there are some pronouns you use. Pay attention to it. There are some pronouns that you use. They are used to what? Ask questions. So pronouns that you use to ask questions are what? Interrogative pronoun. If I say interrogative, is what? Interrogate means what? Action, question. So example of what? Example of interrogative pronouns are what? Who, whoever, whom, whomever, whose. These words, we use it for human beings. Use it to what? For human beings. Do you get it? Refer to people. Who is this? Whosoever is behind this book should be careful. Whosoever is behind Sakwa Dear song, it should be careful. Do you get it? It is what? An interrogative word. Pronoun. So these words we use to what? Interrogate people. So we call it. And there are some that we use to also what? We use it for things. Example, which of them I can use it to represent animal. Do you get it? Or a thing. So which is what? It's also what? An interrogative pronoun, but these ones we use it for things. Do you get it? What is also that, and then example is, and another one is what? Whose. We use it for what? People. I can use whose what for somebody, a person. I can't use it to what. So these things are just common, so you just have to pay attention to them. Another, let me see. So we have another form of pronoun, which is what called which is what? Indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns. So let's look at indefinite pronouns. When you say indefinite pronouns, they refer what? Indefinite pronouns do not refer to what? Specific noun, but rather they refer to what? People, places, or things in general. So examples are what? Everyone, everything, nobody, somebody, something, someone. So when you talk of indefinite pronouns, that's how they are. Words like everything, nobody, somebody, something, everyone, they are what? Indefinite pronoun. Must be responsible for the needy in the society. Example is what? Someone must be responsible for the needy in the society is what? The word someone there is what? Indefinite pronoun. So when you see some of these things, there are some words you use pronouns. There are so many pronouns that you use in your essays that you have no idea about. Now you've come to know that this is what? Indefinite pronoun. So that is it. And then example. And in the example I have, someone does not refer to what? Any specific person. It refers to what? Any individual in a society. So that is it. I'm done with today's lecture. So please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with your friends. I'll come with this part 2, which talks about adjective, adverb, conjunction, preposition, and interjection. So these ones are my next videos I'll be coming up with. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and may God bless you for listening and also sharing. Thank you all.